Hello, welcome to my bookshelves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and we're gonna count how many books I have on my physical TBR. I am a little bit worried about what this is going to look like because I honestly have no idea. I like to buy books, I like to read books, and honestly I'm kind of a little bit of a cluttery bookkeeper. I watch a lot of BookTube, imagine that, and I see everybody so organized, and you guys are going to see that my books are just kind of piled. I hope that it's a really realistic representation of an average book reader, but you're definitely going to see that I do just kind of pile my books all over the place. I think that I've mentioned this before, but I was an avid reader in middle school and high school, and then that dropped off for me in college. I think I just had other things to focus on, like partying. Over the last couple of years, probably last 3 to 4 years, I've gotten back into reading, but I didn't really get back into like voraciously reading until the past 2 years. So in the past 2 years, I bought a lot of books, but I have books that go way back to like middle school. We'll see if I want to dig through my closets to see what are in my totes that I have, but I am kind of hoping that I find my Twilight books in there, so I might end up doing that. But my books are scattered throughout the house. We have a ton of bookshelves here, and my books are just placed wherever I can shove them in, and you're going to see that. So we're gonna start at the trusty old bookshelf here and make our way downstairs. So I would say that this is my primary bookshelf. I usually only put the books that I've read up here, but let's see. I will go through. I'm already being disproven. Nice. This is good. This is good for me. Okay, I've read all those. Nice. I have All Quiet on the Western Front up here because I'm educated. She's smart. I have a lot of these Janet Ivanovich books too. I read these when I was in high school. One of my mom's friends was really into this series, so he would let me borrow them. So they hold a special place in my heart. I've had this book literally for so long, and every time I go to Powell's, it's still displayed as like something you should read. So I don't know that I'm going to be getting to that anytime soon. I for sure bought this one in high school. Oh goodness, I did not think this through. My Vari McFarlane collection is all down here. And oh, there's a Nabokov novel and Jane Eyre. Okay, so on this bookshelf I have on this bookshelf I have 14 books that I haven't read. Don't forget that number. Actually, you can forget that number because I just recounted and it's 15 that I haven't read. And then this is a stack of books from a video from a while ago that just never got reshelved because that's who I am as a person. But you'll see that it's perfectly positioned on this side of the couch so that you can't see them. Let's see, of these I've read all the others besides Crescent City. So that's 16. And then we get into this book haul, my Powell's book haul, which also hasn't gone absolutely anywhere. And in here, I have 6 books that I haven't read. Oh wait, I have read this, but it's a reread, so I'm gonna count that in there too. So 16 plus 6 is 22. We're at 22 books up here that I haven't read. That's a higher number than I was expecting, to be honest. Let's go downstairs. You're balanced on a bed. Don't fall. We have this huge bookshelf. Basically only the top row has my books on it. What were we at? We were at 22. Okay. I think that I've read most of these, but who's to know? Oh goodness. This guy, I know that this is a very popular book. I was not ever really interested in it. So I haven't read it. I think I started it, but I never picked it back up. You guys want some book ASMR? My nails are really long right now. I need to cut them. Okay, that's 3, 4. Oh, Mansfield Park. I got into a little bit of a Jane Austen kick last summer, and I read Emma and Pride and Prejudice. Big kick. It was 2 books. I tried Mansfield Park, and literally I like trashed a whole month of reading because I just kept trying to get through this book, and it was not working for me. So I haven't finished that one. I did finish those. I don't think I read Love at First Like. This was like a hard DNF for me, so I feel like I never talk about the books that I DNF. I think that's when my ratings are higher than I would expect, because if I feel like I'm not gonna like a book, I just stop reading it. And it's not even like a intense decision. I'm just like, well, I'm done with that. That's how I felt about this. I've read all those. So I was at 22, so now we're at 29 books on my physical TBR. Feast your eyes on this large beauty of a bookshelf. Again, just this is the shelf that I put my books on. And I think that this is another situation where I've read most of them. We shall count. Let's see. Oh, good God. This was another hard DNF for me, The Manning Tree Witches by A.K. Blackmore. A lot of people like this book. I am not one of them. That book did not compute with my brain.
This one needs to be unhauled because it's not happening for me.
What else we got? We got some Agatha Christie up here. This is where I kind of went through a little bit of like I'm going to buy classics because I'm going to read them. So I have Sense and Sensibility. I have an Agatha Christie. I have Catch-22. And I haven't read a single one of them. Let that be a lesson to me.
Okay, so that means, 29, 35.
35 books. I'm sure you assumed after all of that footage of me being so organized and put together that you expected my nightstand to look just like this. This is where I usually keep all the books that I've just bought until I find places for them. So we were at 35. Let's see, 35, 36, and 37.
38, 39, 40, 41,
42. There's 42 books over here. 42 books total that I haven't read yet. And then I don't know if you can see up there, but I have books up there too. And some of those are on my physical TBR as well. I have 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 48. Okay, let's go back upstairs and talk about that number, shall we? The reasonable, rational, and responsible thing of me to do is to say, like, I'm gonna stop buying books. That was so many books. We're gonna be a little bit more realistic. The reasonable, rational, responsible part of me should put all the books away that I have lying about my house, and maybe I should go on like a book buying ban and focus on the books that I already have and blah, 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 blah. But I'm probably not gonna do that. I don't know that I have that much discipline. Book buy, it brings me joy, you know? I also have books on my Kindle that I've checked out from KU. We don't need to go over those. It's like a totally different thing. It doesn't take up physical space. And then this is all my physical books that I bought myself because I do have 2 large totes of books from high school that my mom was like, get these out of the house, Courtney, that's enough. I couldn't dig through my closet. So we didn't do that. Just know that it gets worse than what we've seen today. But it did make me remember that I do have a lot of books that I can read if I should so choose. But I'm probably just gonna read one of the 6 that I just bought, read some on my Kindle, forget that I counted all of these books, and then buy some more. But maybe I'll do like an unhaul situation because I don't need this many books. I know that I'm not going to read them all. And so maybe I'll do an unhaul and free up some space, as you can see that I'm just piling books up wherever it suits my fancy. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had a fun time counting. I feel like Sesame Street. I'll see you next time. Bye.